This is the Daily Upgrade. 4 hours, one continent, 1,000 ideas, and possibly the opportunity you've been waiting for with Dixon and Natasha.
All right, this is the time we interact with our guest. This is the Upgrade Seat, and today we are together with Martin Mugisha. Good morning, Martin.
Good morning.
How is your morning so far?
Very good.
Any highlight of the morning so far?
Before 8, the road is good. No traffic jam.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
before 8.
Before 8.
Before 8, yeah.
Yeah, before 8 the road is good.
Then everybody who is listening right now is going to be starting moving at 8.
No, before 8.
Before 8.
Yes, they should.
So from 6 to 7:45?
Yeah, I don't know. For me, at 5, I'm already on the road and it's smooth.
Okay.
It takes me 6 minutes to get here.
Wow.
And when I'm leaving, it takes me 15 minutes. So
Okay.
it's already...
You can tell the difference.
You can tell the difference. Yes, we are here to discuss a little bit about your work as someone who founded a company that recruits workers, but we are going to go slowly to get there. We are not going to get there immediately.
Yeah.
You know, first I'm interested in who is Martin? Who are you outside of your job title?
Thanks, Natasha, for having me. It's a
Yes.
pleasure to be here and excited to talk about this interesting subject. Martin or Martin for some.
Martin.
Martin.
Did I say Martin? How do
You
they
said
usually?
Martin.
It's my
It's
Okay.
your
it's my francophone
default.
self. Yes,
It's okay.
my
It's
default
okay.
setting.
Martin to Dixon, Marte to Natasha.
Okay.
Yes.
Martin
How
to
do they
Natasha.
usually call you, Martin?
It really depends as well. From people like Nick Dixon,
Yes.
it's Martin.
Yeah.
People like Natasha, francophone people, Martin.
Yeah.
So Martin, Rushema Mugisha, I'm the country manager for Q-Sourcing Servtec Rwanda. I'm not the founder, I'm the country manager. I'm a business and result-oriented leader, passionate about building people, building businesses and sustainable solutions. I see myself driven by curiosity, learning, and impact. I believe in small but consistent improvement that can lead into sustainable or long-term solutions for businesses or organizations. As an individual, I'm a dad. I'm not an outgoing person. I'm a family person. In my early ages, I liked to read books. I did karate. But along the way, it disappeared. Then I shifted to jogging. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
And that, my friend, is how you present yourself. Lesson number 1. Because it might seem easy, but there's nothing as challenging as someone asking you, who are you? It's very strange, but this is a question that throws people off
Fail
most
to
of the
answer.
time.
Yeah.
And yet you live with yourself every day, but you can't answer.
That proves
Who
that
are
people,
you?
That proves that people don't know who they are. They just know their names.
Or maybe they don't know how to formulate it. Maybe they are not prepared to formulate it.
Oh,
Um,
it's got something to do with the CV. You
It has everything to do with
You cannot
this.
verbally CV yourself.
yes, some people. I don't know. What do you think is the root for that? The difficulty to present oneself.
Self-awareness is key in normal life and in a professional setting as well. What to share, what not to share. What's the person is looking from you and what is actually not relevant to him. So how you package, how you make it, how you deliver that message in a very short time, it brings it leads even the conversation. The way you present, it leads to the other side of the conversation.
Yeah.
So it's very critical to have the self-awareness. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes people are asking you, how are you? But they don't really want to know. They want you to say, I'm fine. And then they tell you, how are you? And you're like, yesterday I was challenged. There was this. No, 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 no. Don't go there. So, Martin, I'll
Yes.
keep saying that because
Feel
it's
free.
my default setting, if you don't mind.
By default setting, I'm francophone as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go. So, what sparked your interest in recruitment, in human capital? Was there a defining moment where you thought to yourself, this is the field I want to work in?
True. Yes, there has been a time. I remember between 2016 and 2017, I landed 3 job offers at once. And my question was, am I the brilliant guy? No, I wasn't. But I'm one person. How will I fill in the three positions at once?
What did you do?
I just did the normal way. But of course, from several times of from failures, I learned to work on myself. How do you respond to things? Not mostly about the what, but the how as well, how you put it there. And then from that, most of my colleagues could ask me, do you have some people just tell there in companies that are helping you to land jobs? I said, no. And then I felt, I felt that need of even supporting people, but I never dreamed to be in a recruitment firm, though. But I had that passion to help people again landing their jobs, because one time, I've been hunting a job, and I know what it takes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this?
Now 2 years now with Q-Sourcing, but for the entire career, more than 15 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. So you're the country manager for Q-Sourcing Servtec, right?
Servtec, yeah.
Servtec Rwanda. Tell us a little bit about that journey. Or was it a straight path, or was there unexpected turns along the way?
Surely you know the answer. Most of us, most
in
of
Africa,
Africans,
it's always the same
Most
answer.
Africans is the same. Africans is the same pathway. It wasn't that straightforward path. Huh? It had the ups and downs. Will I get there? I'm not sure. But do I want to get there? Yes. Can I get there? Yes. Do I have what it takes? Yes. Can I improve? Yes. It wasn't straightforward. I started in compliance. I worked into major 4 sectors: banking, NGO, consulting, FMCG. FMCG stands for fast moving consumer goods. Tech, part of technology, and the whole background was about business development and sales. So I was dreaming one time to be at the helm of an organization, but I never knew that it was Q-Sourcing. So when I was working in East Africa and Middle East, when I came back to the country, I was approached by Q-Sourcing. Hey, you have here a job. Are you interested in? We have this challenge. Would you want to join us on this journey? I said, yeah, sure. And of course, it fits into the other part of supporting young professionals to land jobs, to even support executive people, managerial managers to land some decent jobs as well. So yeah, I onboarded on the journey. Then I joined as the commercial and growth manager. After just 10 months or 1 year, the country manager, they stepped out, and then I took over. I was entrusted by the leadership team to take over.
Wow. After 10 months only, you were country manager. You see, we have so much to learn from you.
Yeah.
Everybody is listening. We have an audience that is not just in Rwanda. We have an audience that is East African, and somehow in Europe and in China, they also listen to us.
Okay.
So, I hope more people are getting to learn from your expertise. What has been the biggest challenge you've learned from working in recruitment?
so many challenges. There is the misconception. There is that mismatch between what you have and what people are looking for in you. You have what you have.
Yes.
And for me, the challenge is people rate themselves than understanding the context. You can't fail an interview. We say you failed in an interview because what we've been looking for is not what you have. Is when you say, we call it failure, but you can't fail.
Hold on a second. Go back to that. Go back to that. Go back to that. You can't fail what?
An interview. If they ask you, who are you, Dixon? Can you fail to say something about you, Gahima? Or
No.
Gakwerere?
No. Okay. Then what do I fail?
You fail to have what they're looking for.
It's what they were looking for, something that I didn't have.
But sometimes I feel, is it that they're looking for something that you don't have, or is it that you don't know how to highlight what you have,
What they are looking for.
that is aligned to what they have?
Interesting. Both.
Yeah.
They might be looking for something you don't have. Or you have it, but you don't know how to bring it at the surface for them to see that you have what you're looking for.
Okay.
That I make that statement to give comfort people that they shouldn't be discouraged because the first interview didn't go through, the second did go through. So it's a learning process. You can learn from the previous one. So probably it's salary issue. The salary you wanted, it didn't match. But most critically, it's on the value added. Most critically, there is the what, but there is the how as well. You can sing. I think everyone can sing. But how you sing matters more.
Yeah.
Right?
So we're getting into the heart of today's conversation,
Makes a lot of
slowly,
sense.
smoothly. So every day we were talking about these thousands of people submit CVs, hoping that they will land that life-changing job, but they never hear back.
Nobody calls them back.
And
They wait for the email for years.
Yeah.
Doesn't show up.
But your team reviews so many of those applications, and I think you're in a unique position to tell us what's really happening behind the scenes, and that's what will help us understand, the realities of recruitment. So, for your own job, roughly how many CVs and job application does Q-Sourcing? Sometimes my English goes away.
Q-Sourcing.
Process in a, let's say, typical month or year.
Thanks, Natasha. I think it's a very interesting conversation to me that can impact the youth. Because I know if they're hearing, some of them might be desperate in a way, that yet there is still hope. Not even just hope, but tangible. It's something you can really measure. On a monthly basis, it varies as well. It depends on the opportunities open there. But again, it varies between 4,000 to 5,000 a month. You can now do maths up to the year. Reviewing 4,000 to 5,000 CVs sent through.
Like 48,000 a year, if
You
I'm
just
not mistaken.
do times 12.
Yeah.
It's
That's
quite a
what it is.
hectic job.
Oh, wow. Okay. How many people are you in your team?
We have so many. We have a group of people and a strong support system. It's not about, again, how many people even, but again, the tools they're using for efficiency as well.
How
We
does
have
it work?
Yeah, what happens behind the scene, by the way, this is the thing, and it's very interesting. It's very critical for people even to understand how it works. There is that job posted. Job in Rwanda, Q-Sourcing Servtec website, LinkedIn, or elsewhere to different platforms. Everyone sees the same way you see it. Dixon will see it. Martin will see it. Natasha will see it. There is a need from an employer. he or she's looking for someone, he or she doesn't know how she or he looks like, but is looking for a solution, someone who can bring in, who can waive the pain point he or she's facing. Then the employer sits, draft what we call job description. Who is that ideal candidate I'm looking for? No color, no religion, sometimes, normally no age. It can be back of the mind, but sometimes they don't put it there. Qualifications, they put there. Dixon sees, Natasha sees it, and then Martin sees it as well. That brings what we call competition directly. It means everyone, one position, thousands of people are applying for the same position. So now, how you position yourself in that competition will determine whether you'll pass through or you'll fail along the way, or from the word go, you are rejected by the system itself. So what happens behind the scene is that after application, the system makes what we call the long list. It captures everyone who has applied, right? Either rejected, probably mid there, the other ones have passed, right? Now, from that long list of 5,000 of CV received, you have to make it short. Is what we call, that process is called shortlisting. You see, the long list, you are shortlisting. It is professional, it is kind, but in a very brutal way, it is eliminating the irrelevant CVs. What do you call it?
Dumping.
That process is called shortlisting. That
The
shortlisting.
is called dumping.
You called it dumping.
Yeah.
We called it dumping.
Okay.
Because it's the same feeling.
Okay. So that shortlisting then, to be shortlisted, there are criteria preset by the employer. I'm looking for someone with a master's, bachelor's degree in business, comma, marketing, comma, sales, comma, whatever, the other domain. But you are in health, right? You applied because you wanted the job.
Okay.
That one disqualifies you. So the criteria preset by the employer are used to make the long list a short one. It's not like bias. It's not like I want or I know someone, but it's the criteria preset by the candidates, the employer, sorry. And then that process, it takes a bit of what? It takes a while. Remember, there is the component of the system itself. The system is robot in a way. And then remember, after that, there should be a human touch. Among the thousands, the robot is a robot. It can skip something that is probably is what you are looking for. So after the system has done its work, there is that human touch that has to happen. That takes, of course, longer. Remember, the other side of the applicant is under pressure to say, hey, I want this job like in a week, in 2 weeks. The rent is over, the food has to be here. So he or she has his or her own pressure, but the other side, it doesn't push, right? Reason why, behind the scene, between you applying and you getting called, there is that process of shortlisting. Yep.
Okay, so that's very interesting to know, because I was wondering
What happens
if you
behind-
get 4,000 CVs, who is reading those CVs? So there is a system in place. There's a software.
Yeah.
So there is first the software that eliminates, and then from there, when it's shortlisted, then the human comes in.
Yeah.
All right, very interesting. So when an employer sends you, let's say, a vacancy, what are they really looking beyond the written? What is written in the job description?
Very interesting, Natasha. Very interesting. I think it seems people asked you to ask these tough questions, which are very relevant to me.
Maybe she applied. She has been applying. Maybe.
Really? You are
And,
talking
Let
from
me
your
tell you.
your own experience.
I am trying to
Interesting.
understand. Before you arrived, we were announcing that you
We
will
were
be
discussing
here with
and we
us.
are disagreeing.
We were discussing, and I was telling Dixon that process of looking for a job and sending CVs, for me, it's a traumatizing process, because you always feel like you've done everything. You have done yourself. You wrote your motivation letter. You did some research
Before.
you did some research about what they're looking for, what they're what are their values and everything, and then eventually you send and you are not retained. And that's why I was telling him it's a feeling. It feels like you've been dumped. That is why I was telling him it's a rejection, and rejection is traumatic.
Yep.
And after having so many rejections, I think people start building a mindset to in our countries, in Africa, people will start saying "ninyati." They will tell you that maybe they have a generational curse, that maybe their people in the village don't want them to progress. They will find all the reasons.
No uncles up there. I don't have no cousins up there. That's why I'm...
Maybe I'm not sending them money. Maybe they are punishing me. And and eventually people are looking for all the reasons, but the actual reason that maybe you're doing something wrong, and that's why we're here today, to have this conversation and find out how to make it right, how to give everyone a equal chance, because there is also, I think, education. There's access to a higher education that prepares some people better than others. I don't know if you agree with that. That they have more tools to sell themselves, or sometimes it has to do with the confidence. Do you believe that a person with more confidence has more chances, like more confidence, but maybe less merit, have more chance to get the job than a person with more merit and less confidence? What do you think?
Interesting. Let me start with the job description.
Yes.
And we'll come back to there. And I want to speak very slowly for me to get heard and to make impact to someone out there who is struggling with probably what we are talking about. One, the job description describes the major parts or the quantifiable things that the employer is looking for. But there is the other side, hidden side, hard even to quantify, but the small thing, but having a very huge impact. Beyond the job description, the employer might be looking for soft skills, communication. Remember, CV is a paper. Behind the CV, there is a man. So there is someone, a man or a woman. That CV, you can write, I have communication skills, but the employer wants to see how do you communicate. When we say communication, let me put it that way, with clear and simple examples. One, what is the content? That's part of communication. What are you trying to communicate? The coherence of ideas, the knowledge itself. How are you able, what are you talking actually? What are you saying? What are you trying to say? That content. Second, there is the tone you are using. It matters. There is the body language. Very critical, but hidden. It's not written, they will not write in the job description having a very good body language. No, but the person is trying to look at how confident are you, right? When you have an interview, the first thing is anxiety. You have that level of anxiety, It's like a fight. I might fail, I might succeed. So there is that level of anxiety. Now the person is trying to see, because you are coming to solve problem we have. So now you are in front of a good problem called interview.
That needs you to be solved.
Yes. The way you behave, it informs the employer how agile, adaptable you can be in the problem solving you have, they are currently having. The other side is the critical thinking. You can be either a junior, an entry, or manager, or an executive. The critical thinking is very key. Like, someone can ask you a question and he or she knows that you don't know exactly what it means, but he's trying to see how coachable or how open-minded you are for you to navigate even uncertainties. So beyond job description, to come back to your question, is they are looking for mostly soft skills, how you communicate, the adaptability, the emotional intelligence, right? If someone asks you a question and you start telling a story of your dad and your mom, how they used to fight, is that relevant? You see? So it doesn't work. So they are looking for a few things, but most of them, they are into the soft skill side and the attitude as well. Remember, while talking for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you get used to, and then you bring out the real you. You start, you see? You start saying, hey, by the way, man, hey, how are you, Dixon? By the way, you are on interview. You forgot. Now you're bringing out the real you then. So it's very critical. Beyond the job description, there is that soft skill side, critical thinking, etc. However, you have to be you. The same way in this beautiful world we are in of 8.3 billion of population, you found the family to belong to. Surely in this world, you have your seat in a corporate organization, in an entrepreneurship, you have your seat. It's up to you. Be you. So that when your seat comes or your blessing comes, it finds Natasha became Natashi, then it will come to you. So be you, stay authentic.
But, this authenticity, we talk about it a lot, about like it's something that comes back, but it's also a challenge. Let's say in society where you are raised differently, right? Let's say in our Rwandan context.
Yes.
There is a way we are raised. There is a way our parents raise us. I'm not saying that everyone is raised the same, but surely we share a culture.
Yeah.
And we grew up when you can't say anything. When visitors come, you can just say hi and then go back. You know? Ngwenu suhuza abashitsi. Uraza, ukabasuhuza, and then you go back to your room. Anything beyond would be considered gushanuka. Gushanuka has been the nightmare of most kids growing up. Many of us Rwandans have had to deal with that gushanuk. Anytime you ask a question, eka gushanuk. Every time, you see the visitor, you start asking them, hey, you have a nice haircut. Do you have kids? Do you this? Do you that? Automatically, you feel the laser eye of your mom, and then in your head you start lowering your voice. You don't speak, and I think that sometimes it doesn't favor, like you say, critical thinking, because you always have maybe something in your mind that is preventing you from asking that question, for taking that initiative, for being proactive. You find that no matter how skilled you are, there is something that is, taking you back. And it could be the way you were raised, your education, the society you live in. And I wonder if you have ways of leveraging that, or if what you recommend then, how can a person be authentic when they are fighting with their culture? And how does the culture prevent a person from actually performing? And what can be done to alleviate that?
Interesting, Natasha. Yeah. True. The Rwandan context is quite interesting. It is good. By the way, the culture evolves. There are things we used to do in 2000s, 90s, you can't apply today. The fact is clear and simple. Gen Zs have challenged all. Whether you like it or not, Gen Z challenged all. Does it mean bad or good? Yes and no. There is no generic answer. Among Gen Zs, we have very good Gen Zs. Soft skills, high speed, critical thinking, polite, with integrity, resilience. But among them as well, the same way you can find them in millennials, you can find still among Gen Zs. So it's true, Natasha, that the way you are raised can affect you at a certain scale, but you are still responsible of yourself. When you go to NIDA, the national, where we take our ID, it means if you do a mistake, you'll be held accountable. You are responsible. You can be coached, you can be mentored, but you are responsible of your life. You won't be what your father has been. No, you are you. You have your fingerprint, different from your father's, your mother's. They can speak to you and listen. You need to have that filter to filter what is relevant, what is no longer relevant, what makes sense, what doesn't make sense again. I remember for those who started probably early, not like the new generation in our time, there is a book called La Chèvre de Monsieur Seguin. Do you know?
Yes.
You are francophone, then you know.
I'm francophone,
You understand.
and I'm also a millennial, I'm from back in the days.
C'était fantastique. It was
Oui.
fantastic. It was a fantastic story that was trying to teach us, young people, to listen to more experienced people, right? We need to understand, to learn from the experiences, from failures, from, successes, and how can we make them better.
Yeah.
Now, Natasha and Dixon on this, it's true. You can have parents who are not literate, actually. They never go to school. Probably what they do is to pay school fees because even the neighbors' kids are going to school. But you are not. They don't understand even that.
Why they are
basic.
doing that.
But in our local context, the Rwandan culture, by the way, to me, having traveled in different angles of the world, Rwanda is unique, by the way. In our culture, we have integrity. We have wisdom. You know some proverbs of Rwandans?
Yeah, I know
resilience,
many of them.
right?
I know maybe.
But there is the other side, flip side of the coin of bitanurukaho.
N'abariki.
N'abaringi. You see? Niteranye.
Yego.
And you end up being nothing at all then. You don't, ntacyo wishe, ntacyo ukijije. You don't save anyone and you don't even crack. You have to be either a 0 or a 1. No middle position. So I'm saying that if you've been raised in such situation where the parents could not, give you that space, or you've been, hey, chicheka, ukayivuga menshi, vuguziga. It is true in one context, but the other context, no. Try to look at networking option. Look at your aunt who has been at school. You remember when you go to marriage, they used to send you to their aunt. What does it mean? By the way, it's a shortfall in our culture because the mom is ashamed to tell you the real things of the marriage, right? Now she sends you to the confident person she's sure that she will address you is the aunt. So we have a setup. Look at your network. Look at your colleagues at school. Look at now we have we are in digital age where you can even learn things from your own. So ensure that you have that balance, equilibrium to be able to balance both.
Yeah.
So ne pas ramasser aussi les cultures des Occidentaux.
Yes.
Don't bring in Western culture and start embedding them in our culture. They will collide in a way, and this will bring some mental issues, and this is the reality we are facing these days. So if you've been raised in that way, take ownership. Once you're an adult, you can account for your deeds. Take ownership, shape your future.
So, what I'm hearing is that when they tell us "Juvuguziga, nugashanuke," and you grow up with that. But in a professional setting, you can drop it for a moment. Let's say you're in a networking event, and you have to go talk to people. You have to go sell. You have to sell your skills somehow. And then at that point, that Juvuguziga feeling that you have in your heart and that you have to fight so hard and then go towards the person. And that's the balance we're talking about. Knowing when to speak, what to speak, who to speak to. And, remaining with your integrity also as a Rwandan. Let's say if we're talking in the case of Rwandan. We are going to go for a little break. Before that, I would like to ask you, a lot of people, when you're talking in the street, the language in the street, is akazi karabuze sha byihorere akazi karabuze amafaranga yarabuze akazi karabuze. What do you have to say about that, you who receives 3,000 CVs per month? Do you think that there's a shortage in employment?
Yeah, there is a reality we can't skip, Natasha and Dixon. Rwanda, it's at 13.4% unemployment rate. Female being at 15% point something, male being at 11%. And you understand the difference. We understand, we know. Someone has started the career, being single, she got married. Some can drop along the way. The unemployment at from the female is still there compared to male. But at 13.4% unemployment rate in Rwanda, it's a fact. We cannot say there is no unemployment. However, I'm much more confident that the 3.4% can be dropped by one thing. One of the things, among other initiatives the government or the private sectors or even job seekers can do, is bridging the gap between employers looking for the talents, knowing where they can find those talents, and talents knowing where they can find those jobs. What does that mean exactly? You are a graduate, you are a youth. You don't know Q-Sourcing. You don't know Job in Rwanda. You don't know IETM. You don't know RightSeat. You don't know Sharpen Jobs. You don't know K2 HR Solutions. You don't know Career Center. All those I'm talking about are the organizations that where you can find jobs. They're hiring either for themselves or they're hiring on behalf of their clients. That one channel. It doesn't cost anything. Even if you don't have internet, to go to the city of Kigali there, you can tether, then you get informed. Already you know that, hey, at Q-Sourcing, by the time I'm talking right now, what time is it?
It's a few seconds to 9.
Yes.
You have to take a break in 45 seconds.
Yes, by this time I'm talking, go to the LinkedIn for Q-Sourcing Rwanda. Go to the website. You will see the list of jobs. If I didn't come today, there is someone who will never know that there is a job at Q-Sourcing hiring for someone, for themselves, or on behalf of the client. That's one. Get informed, first of all. Right? The 3.4%, Natasha and Nixon, is these are the agencies out there in the market. But go to knock at the door. There are some white-collar jobs. There are some blue-collar jobs there waiting for you. They don't know how to find you, and you don't know where to find it.
This is the Daily Upgrade. 4 hours, 1 continent, 1,000 ideas, and possibly the opportunity you've been waiting for with Dixon and Natasha.